Shit, I know, right? Another vlogger? Not really. I'm here to show you about my car. I'm not gonna go show you my dog or hop on a bike or fucking throw balls around. I'm here to show you this. I guess I should probably clear one thing up. Usually I do a big, elaborate, cool video with, you know, the whole build process as I've done in the past, and this time I've had no fucking clue what I'm doing, so, yeah. So off of that, we're gonna start with why I did the swap. I've always thought since I own the car that there should be an inline 6-cylinder, because look at the hood. Wouldn't it be so much more gratifying? You pop the hood on a 350Z and there's like a matching brick of engine with that. It's just me. But anyways, I've blown up 2 VQs now. And I sold my last one, which we know was a built bottom end, single turbo. Good engine, like literally bulletproof. I'm very impressed by a simple Eagle rods and Wiseco piston build. But I did have issues pretty continuously, and I didn't like working on the engine, and it just refused to be a JZ. Plain and simple. It wasn't ever power goals that was the issue at the VQ. It's just, I mean, I love the sound of a JZ, and I want that bad. The VQ does sound good, don't get me wrong, but with the turbo on it, it kind of kills the cool, like, F1 Chewbacca tone that they have. So I've been pretty bummed about that. So I was on a drive down to Sebring International Raceway for an event, and a camshaft position sensor took a shit on me, and the MAF sensor got dirty, which was a really common reoccurring issue ever since I boosted it. Probably could have gotten a catch can or something to fix that, or just go straight map sensor, but is what it is. We're here now. I freaked out and I pulled the engine out like that weekend when I got back, so got it all sold pretty quickly to a guy up in Indiana, and we went and bought a 2JZ over at I believe it's called JDM Florida over in Orlando. And I had to just get the non-VVTi, most expensive, huge pile of shit. Just because I wanted it. Got a bunch of gaskets from Toyota, all OEM gaskets, and ARP head studs. And we're stuck. Oh, there's a hose. Went through the head, pulled all the valves out, put new valve seals. The guides actually look pretty good, so we left them alone, crossing my fingers, but we'll see. Being that the engine was out of an Aristo, I had to convert all the pulleys over because I had the stupid hydro fan deal. So got some ZUPRA pulleys, a new ZUPRA water pump. Stock twins were bad, so pulled those off and obviously went single turbo, which wasn't actually the plan originally. I was actually originally wanting to go 1JZ, but I'm glad I went this route because you can make quite a bit more power on stock ECU, which I'm going to run for a minute. For the turbo setup, I went with a Borg S300 SX3, which is an open scroll T4 .80 AR, I believe, on the hot side. Went with a Rev 9 manifold, which is actually really thick and seems to be decent quality. Had to get a different V-band welded onto it so that I could have my wastegate fit, which is also Rev 9, unfortunately, I know. It's not the worst though, but we'll get there. Shit's expensive. I'm not a millionaire. Wastegate screamer pipe coming off of it, and we made our own custom downpipe. It's a 3.5-inch stainless downpipe, which should be plenty loud. Also with a big Mach 4 Super radiator that actually fit really nicely in here. And as you see, there is a condenser stuffed in front of it. This is a factory 350Z condenser. So I've been piecing my AC system back together because I refuse to not have AC down in Florida. It's way too hot in the summer, and these cars just like do not breathe at all. And with that, the reason it's not running is I'm still waiting on my Wiring Specialties wire harness, which I'll be one of the few to have the new AC rendition of it. I got the compressor down there. I still have to get my lines made, which will come later. I just want the thing to drive first. Also up front here, we got a CX Racing 350Z intercooler kit. Pretty decent. Only complaint about their kit is that the way you mount it here, you totally have to relocate or get rid of your airbag deal. Doing a push-pull style fan deal while I'm here, show you, because obviously it's a really tight fit, and I can't even fit the other fan over here because of the AC compressor being in the way. I'm using Freed motor mounts, Freed Engineering motor mounts, which sit the engine back, I believe, as low and as far back as possible. So, it ain't getting much better. Otherwise, I probably should have put the other one up here. I just didn't feel like chopping the core support up. It is what it is. With that on the engine, crankcase ventilation, stock PCV valve running down through here to a little Mishimoto deal. This is just temporary, but I mean, filter off of it, vent to atmosphere. But should do for now. Big thing I was super confused about right off the bat was converting it to a throttle cable. Actually turned out to not be that bad. This is out of a, I think late 90s Toyota Avalon. And it's plenty long. The engine itself is mated to a CD009, which I did not have before. I ended up getting one off some guy down here. Since everything sits back so far, I had to get a custom drive shaft made. It actually sat everything back, literally with the Collins adapter kit and everything, 6 inches exactly. So I had a steel drive shaft made 6 inches shorter. Anyways, I have a GK Tech shifter bracket, or yeah, shifter relocation kit, because the factory one would have sat the like shifter back here or something stupid. So yeah, we got this, and it still actually sits back far enough. If you have the stock leather boot, you go into 4th gear, it'll pull the whole console out. So had to do the basic 240 bro shit here with the Crown bag. Is what it is. I'm so ashamed of it, I even put the Crown Royal thing in the front so you can't see it. I think what else? There's so many little bits and pieces to this build. Say fuel system. As of right now, I have the CJM return line kit, and it's like a internal regulator bypass. Pretty cool because the JZ has like way underneath there's a regulator for the factory fuel system. So yeah, and it's a return line system, obviously. So there's a return line now going into the tank, and I have an E85 rated AEM 320 fuel pump in there. And I think my end plan, once I go standalone and everything else I need, injectors, whatnot, I'm gonna do another AEM 320 on the driver's side, and that should probably be plenty of fuel. I mean, my end goals are honestly like maybe 600 wheel horse area, nothing too psycho. So, because otherwise I'll be in jail all the time. So, we don't want that. I've forgotten tons of shit because there's so many little bits and pieces to this. if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm usually pretty good about getting back to you. Unless there's tons of people, then, you know, whatever. I'm a busy person as well. But, nonetheless, thank you for watching. Hope you subscribe. Stay tuned, because that's going to be kind of fun. I think. I hope. I don't know.